And when that happened, it opened the door back into athletics. She decided to train MMA. She was angry inside. She was angry at the disease. And now she is here. Out of Chi-Town. Thing my partner knows a thing or two about. They love to fight in Chicago. They like to fight in a lot of places. And this is the head-to-head. Montserrat Rendón getting a late start in MMA, but sometimes it's the right time. She has a decisive disadvantage in height. Look at
José,
6 feet
no logro
tall.
poner el audio.
Just a 2-inch reach
Ahorita que
advantage. We will be
lo
in
logren
the
ingresar,
weight
ya lo van a
division.
escuchar.
Continuamos con mucha más acción este duelo. 3 vueltas, división peso gallo. We continue with much more action this bout. 3 rounds in the bantamweight division. Los jueces son, the judges are Héctor Gómez, Vicente Rodríguez y James Lázaro. Y ahora, damas y caballeros, llegó el momento de un combate global. Presentando la esquina azul, vestida de negro, introduced in the blue corner, wearing black. Su peso oficial, 135 libras, her official weight, 135 pounds. Entra a la jaula por segunda vez a nivel profesional, con récord de una victoria. She enters la jaula for the second time as a pro, with a record of 1 victory. De Cancún, Quintana Roo, México, Montserrat, Monster Rendón. Su contraria en la esquina roja, vestida de azul, her opponent in the red corner, wearing blue. Su peso oficial, 135 libras y media, her official weight, 135.5 pounds. Entra por segunda ocasión a la jaula, con un récord idéntico de una victoria. She too enters la jaula for the second time as a pro with an identical record of 1 victory. Fighting out of Chicago, Illinois, Micaela Rampage. El referee, Alan Abeles.
Alan Abeles, who I finally followed on Instagram, by the way.
Protect yourself at all times. If you want to touch him up, go ahead. Come out fighting. Judge. Judge. Where's my third judge? Judge.
Montserrat Rendón.
Fighter, you ready? Fighter, you ready? Fight!
And Mickey Rampage. And Rendón, as you heard, from Quintana Roo, Cancun. So we get a lot of Mexican fighters from Baja California, the border. We know they're in Nuevo León, where Monterrey, as well as Mexico City and Guadalajara, but this is kind of uncharted waters up in the peninsula. Rendón knows he's representing Mexico, but that part of Mexico in particular, as these two already swinging, and you can see the huge height on Rampage, 6 feet tall.
Rampage is throwing with bad intentions every single shot. Not only that, but she's got some swag to her. She's got some style. She's got something about her where she's like, what's up? What's up?
Rampage not just from Chicago, but from the south side of Chicago.
From the south side of Chicago and throwing heaters. Did you see those shots in the opening round? She's in the clinch now, unfortunately, but man, she was throwing some heaters.
She's got a good grip there as Rendon's trying to dig in and some knees into that inside area on that kneecap of Rampage.
Rendón is a purple belt in jiu-jitsu. I'd like to see her be able to clasp those hands together and pull her off with that body lock. We've got to pull her off the fence there. It's not a resting position. You got to go. There it is. There it is.
Takedown attempt. It is snuffed out.
Yes, it is. Nicely done by Rampage to defend that takedown, and she threw a big knee right up the middle after it. That was nice.
Sometimes being that tall, amazing in men or women's, to be at the 135-pound limit and be 6 feet tall. That is a challenge in its own right. Rendón, who last fought September 2020, victorious in that one. In her Instagram, it is listed fitness/discipline, 2 pillars for her. And yes, she is fit. Again, mentioned triathletes, swimming. She will have plenty of cardio if we get into the deep end here.
She's been an athlete all her life, and Mickey able to reverse her on the jaula, digging for an underhook. Nice little right hook there, short right hook, and again a short right hook from Rampage. Back is back on the fence.
Remain locked in here.
Got to pull her off of that fence. You got to pull her away from the fence in order to complete this takedown.
We're asking Rendón who were your inspirations. She mentioned Valentina Shevchenko and Alexa Grasso.
Stop.
I was waiting for Juliana Payne. She didn't say it.
Cut.
Those are great fighters.
Trying to get a reaction, JP.
No, nothing but respect.
Yeah. Oh,
Big, huge overhand for Rendón.
those connected. Oh, and that
Nice
right hand
right.
from
That's a beautiful right
Rampage.
hand.
And listen to the Rampage corner saying that Rendon's hurt and wobbly.
Big, huge right hand and followed with a right hook from Rampage.
Rampage has reach for days.
She does, man. She's tall. She's lanky.
Very long.
Very long.
Combination. It's out of reach for Rendón.
She's got great eyes, too. Her eyes are sharp. She's seeing everything that Rendon's trying to throw, and she's been able to get out of the way for most of it.
Oh, that right caught Rendón. That's a great observation, literally, because the vision, to be able to see it, she's not missing anything.
Nice stiff jab by both of those girls. That was nice. Big, huge overhand. It's a little wide. It's a little, it's telling.
They want to throw these two.
Yeah, they do.
More so Rampage.
Yeah. Rampage is comfortable on the feet. You can tell that she's comfortable there. Rendón again.
Don't grab the fence. Don't grab the fence.
Underhook. She needs to clasp those hands. She's working on the head position.
Rampage, who trains out of Gilbert Grappling, better known as G2. Coach Danny Gilbert, Clay Guida used to train there. They had a collection of great Clay Guida burps while he was inside the cage. Always entertaining.
That's not all day.
Nice knee from Rampage. She's got to change her position here. She can't be resting on the fence. She's got to get out of there. And Rendón is trying to suck up that leg, that right leg of Rampage, and pull her off the fence so that she can get this body lock takedown, but it's not working out. It's a big, long base for Rampage. And she's content to stay on her feet here. She doesn't want to get taken down. She's doing a good job of that takedown defense. Digging for an underhook. Gotta jack it up.
Very cool new clock here for Combate as we are under 30 seconds in this opening round.
And you can just see the size of Rendón. She's physically strong. She's able to keep Rampage here for the most of round one so far with good chest pressure, good head position. Desperately trying to get this body lock takedown. She finally gets it. She's able to turn her off the fence. Beautifully done.
A good finish for Rendón. We'll take a break. Be back for round number two. We are back for the second round. Really good start here, certainly for Rampage, but Rendón closed the gap at the end of the first round. It is Rendón in black representing Mexico. Rampage looking for those uppercuts, missed on a couple in that opening round.
Yeah, but she wants to throw a big right hand. She's got a great right hand, Mickey Rampage. That was a nice right hook. And she knows that Rendón wants to close the distance and get into the clinch and take her down. So she's got to make those adjustments coming into round two. She's like, what's up? Come on, get in here. Yeah, come on, let's go.
A lot of communication in there. You can hear Rampage trying to engage and encourage Rendón, who's got a little markings around her left eye now.
And that's difficult to deal with when someone's standing across from you and you're literally throwing the kitchen sink at them and they literally are not backing down at all and fighting out of everything. That's a mental thing that you got to overcome there. But Mickey, dig an underhook, get off of the fence, and get back into the open because she's finding such great success there in the open. Rendón, you got your hands locked. You got to snatch her off of the cage. You have to pull her off of the cage. Nice.
Big takedown. That's important for Rendón. You know, the tall fighters, they're a little bit limited when they're back on the ground.
Ask and you shall receive. Beautiful takedown done by Montserrat Rendón.
Keep working, Montserrat.
Working into the half guard position there. Great head position. She is a purple belt in jiu-jitsu. You are on top. Let's see her top jiu-jitsu game.
You mentioned the purple belt. This is where she's going to feel pretty comfortable.
Yeah, and Mickey's got to get back to her feet. She's got to do something here because this is exactly what Rendón has been trying to do the entire fight. She's finally there. And this is her game. This is what she wants to do. She wants to smother her. She wants to submit her. She wants to ground and pound. That's what she said in her interviews. I want to get on top and I want to ground and pound. Mickey, you got to use the fence. You got to get back to the fence. Use the fence to help you to stand up. You can't stay here. This is not a good position if you're Mickey Rampage.
And Montserrat corners making sure that her legs keep the ones separated to be able to cover over Rampage. And Alan Abeles now saying, I need some work. I'm going to stand you up.
Nice shoulder pressure from Rendón. She's into side control, yep. That's beautiful shoulder pressure on the right side of Rendón.
Yeah, the corner of Rendón said, get your leg over, and she did.
She's going into scarf position with that telephone block. There she's on the telephone again. She's going to try to go for crucifix, excuse me.
Pepper some shots while she is trying to come across and perhaps set up a submission.
Nicely done by Rendón.
And now Rampage's corner telling her to get out of there. Getting clubbed a little bit. A lot going on in the life of Rendón. She's studying at the Universidad Anahuac in Cancun, studying tourism. As you can imagine, that part of Mexico, heavy tourism. It's a big industry. So is fighting.
She's got an 8-year-old son. She's a mom.
This is a good round for her.
Yes, it is. Beautiful round. Nice ground and pound like she said she wanted to do. Mickey Rampage, I need an underhook. I need you to get to your side. This is not a resting position. You got to scramble here.
This is diffuse Rampage's game plan, and she is just sitting there as a target.
And she's holding on to the head. She's headlocking. I need her to take that right hand and put it underneath the left armpit of Rendón and hit her left hip. There it is, there it is, there it is. There you go, you got it, exactly. Ask and you shall receive, Max. I'm telling them what to do and then they do it.
You're going to be a good coach one day.
There you go.
This is a round that has been on the ground, and this is really good from Rendón because there's been a couple warnings from the referee to be active, and she's been active.
Yeah, she's been very active. This is exactly what she said she wanted to do, and it's coming into fruition. She spoke it out into the universe. She said she's going to get on top. She said she's going to ground and pound, and that's how she's going to finish her fight. And so far, she's had a lot of success. As we go into round 3, Mickey has got to find a way to stay on her feet and keep it standing because that's where she's finding the most success here.
Gets to her feet.
Going around to take the back, and Mickey runs to the fence to help her to stay on base. And she needs to put her back on the fence again if she doesn't want to get taken down here in the open.
Let's take a knee there up against the jaula.
Nicely done by
punches from
Rendón.
Rendón. We'll go to a third round. We're going to take a quick break between rounds, but Rendón laying down a marker here in the second.
Back up. Back up.
We are back. I don't think there's any question Rendón won round 2. Did Rampage win round 1? That's the big question. Either way, the American needs to be aggressive here in round 3.
I'm not a referee, or excuse me, a judge, Max. I'm not a referee either. I'm a fighter, and judging from a fighter's perspective, Mickey was on the fence in round 1, and then in round 2, she got taken down into the open. Let's see if she can make these adjustments in round 3 to not get taken down, to stuff Rendón's takedowns. There it is. Turn, turn, turn. Jack that underhook up. Nicely done by Rendón. She's got double underhooks. Let's see if she can pull her off the fence. Oh, she's working for double underhook. She doesn't have her hands clasped quite yet. Now she does. Man. Nicely done by Rendón. She's going for that takedown again. That's a beautiful takedown. Body lock, perfect technique. Nicely done by Rendón. Great head position on the ground. And she gets an arm free, and now it's going to be a long night for Mickey Rampage because Rendón is not going to stop.
Into the midsection.
That size and athleticism is playing a factor here.
Yeah, we mentioned it. So even the 3rd round, this is exactly her sweet spot. Could go 5 rounds if she needed to. Her fitness is a big deal.
And look at the base. Look at the base. The bottom half of Rendón is completely wide and spread out. Like her legs aren't together. Everything is very wide and heavy. Mickey's going to have a very hard time getting this girl off of her.
Monserrat Monster Rendón out of Cancun. Looking to go from a great 2nd round to an even better 3rd, maintaining control on the ground as Rampage has her back, just looking to avoid any entanglements here via the submission.
Nice head position, and Mickey's turning to give her back, not what I would do, and then she's headlocking here. The second that Rendón gives that space to punch is where she needs to be using her right underhook, digging her underhook, hitting her left hip, and getting out of there. You got to scramble there. Holding onto the head is only going to make it worse.
We got to move. We got to do something here.
The corner for Rampage said, we've got to do something here. We can't just stand here.
And her corner.
She goes, we got to do something.
Yes,
what can she do?
Her corner is desperately telling her, you've got to get that right side underhook, and you've got to go. And that's what I've been saying this entire time. Holding onto the head locking is not going to do you any favors when you're flat on your back. You got to hit your side. You can't be flat on your back. It's not going to do you any good. Going to the mount position almost was Rendón, but back into side control and big, heavy ground and pound. Beautiful job by Rendón. And she is stealing this fight, Max.
Yep, well, she's earning it, and she has done a really smart play here while on the ground, and the referee's saying, I need activity. She's giving the ref activity. She's been very proud of her ground game. She told us that ahead of this fight, and she has gone to that well, and there has been plenty of water.
Yes, she is doing a great job, and you know, in the past in Combate, they're quick to stand you up on the feet if you're hugging, if you're holding, if you're not doing a lot of movement, if you're not doing a lot of work. But Alvin Aveles is such a great referee, and he's seeing that Rendón is working. She's being active on the ground. There's nothing to stand up here.
You can't stand them up.
No, she's been very active this entire time, working her ground and pound and implementing her will.
Certainly in Combate, we encourage the stand-up game. The cage is a little smaller than most, and it encourages fights of that nature. But if you can do it on the ground, that's also encouraged. And Rendón sending a message here. Lots of elbows, lots of forearms.
Nicely done by Rendón.
First fight of the night here live on Paramount Plus, Combate Global. Again, October is going to be massive every Friday, and there are 5 we'll have fights. November, December also going to be mighty busy.
You got to do something here.
And the corner kind of resigned here after just a minute remaining. As Rampage would have to get to her feet and probably find a finish.
Hey, you got to get up. You got to give up something here.
There's an underhook. There she goes, hitting her hip. There you go, shrimp. Jack it up. You got to take this person over your head, not to the side. It's all about that base and that leverage and getting them to go forward and backwards. Sometimes when you try to underhook to the side, it doesn't work out. You got to get them off base and shuck them above your head, not to the side.
These strikes haven't really hurt Rampage, but they've done a ton of damage, and it's going to win Rendón the fight. She's looking to improve to 2-0, and she's going to be able to do that here in about 10 seconds time.
And she earned every bit of it, Max. Nicely done by Rendón. Great fight, and I know a great matchup for her and Maritza Sanchez would be an amazing
Wow,
fight.
I like it. Maritza Sanchez, who we saw a couple weeks ago, just massive improvement in her fight game, so
Yeah.
could be interesting. She ran into some problems in the first round, did Montserrat Rendón. No problems in rounds 2 or 3. We will get the official decision. Don't go anywhere. We'll be right back. We'll hand it off to Lupe Contreras. We're just getting started on a Friday night. Montserrat Rendón had some issues in the stand-up. Then she finally took the fight to the ground, and it was one-way traffic.
The whole fight, Max. Rendón was able to implement her game plan, get her taken down, lay some heavy shots, ground and pound, and she was all over her, white on rice. She implemented what she wanted to do from beginning to end, from pillar to post. Montserrat Rendón, I believe she should face Maritza Sanchez next. Micaela, you're welcome, doing your matchmaking for you.
Wow.
Making fights happen. Look at the stats, Max.
The strikes, Rendón did all that striking while it was on the ground. And you saw those elbows, those forearms, huge descent, and the 3 takedowns. Obviously, the difference in this fight. So Montserrat Rendón from Cancun. We'll find out if they get the decision. It certainly looks like that as we go inside the jaula to Lupe Contreras.
Los jueces Gómez y Lázaro entregan tarjetas idénticas de 30 a 27. Judges Gómez and Lázaro turn in identical scores of 30 to 27. Y el juez Rodríguez anotó 29 a 28. Judge Rodríguez scores at 29 to 28. All in favor of the winner by way of unanimous decision. Los tres a favor de la vencedora por decisión unánime. The Monster, Monserrat Rendón!
How about that smile?
Yeah, she's a cutie. She's going to be a great household name in the 135-pound division for Combate Global. Happy to have her and totally excited to see her come back.
She had
and,
to
fight
smile
again.
on the decision, but once you heard it, it went from a huge one to a massive one. We'll be back. Much more Combate Global. Montserrat Rendón, victorious.